Divine Wisdom and the Collective Confrontation of Light versus Shadow. July 20, 2014. Before the resolution and/or reconciliation between light and shadow may take place, first the conscious acknowledgement or observance of the current interplay between the two must unfold, to a certain degree, within individual or collective awareness. This observance or acknowledgement is precisely what has been slowly bubbling, rippling and streaming across the 5 to 7D collective higher mind or web of life, most intensely the first half of this year, previously outlined as the sequencing process, and has led to now, the culmination period, the summer solstice until the Lion's Gate and beyond, of such conscious confrontation and enlightened reflection of what is, what has been, and what can be, if only a different choice and commitment of expression is made or co-created. It is the outpouring of divine wisdom in which I speak, as received from me, your higher self, as well as your soul star family lineages, which now finds complementary flow or function within your newly empowered center, higher will and expanded field of vision, all sustained by the life-giving pulse of your high heart and overall co-creative efforts. For just as you as an individual continue to rebirth yourself anew, or to ascend, so too does the collective on various levels, mind, body, and soul. For you and other warriors of light serve as the highly powered nodal points across or within the collective higher mind, whose uplifting energy vibration spurs the whole onward and upward in evolutionary consciousness. On the one hand, this wisdom is garnered from the collective mind and soul, continuously viewing themselves from newly evolved vantage points, growing and refining themselves into a collective higher mind and soul if you will, and on the other, it is found in the individual movement inwards towards soul retrieval, growth, empowerment, wholeness, and the reclamation of divine birthrights such as freedom, self-sovereignty, etc., which in turn, continues to nourish the further growth or refinement of the collective higher mind and soul. Divine wisdom is the understanding and ground of being necessary to look honestly and candidly at all that now exists, in the context in which it exists, and to choose consciously whether individually and/or collectively to continue to feed or perpetuate or energize what individuals or humanity have long outgrown and that does not serve or empower the whole, such as fear, separation, and oppression, or to instead utilize the advantageous time-space that you are in to co-create a new ascending evolutionary order or way of being, expressing, and creating together. One that promotes freedom, self-sovereignty, wholeness of experience, unity, and equality. Moving humanity from the age of me to an age of we. All that I have described are activities or perturbations or permutations that serve as signposts as well as catalysts to the leaving behind of one age or consciousness or way of being and the entering into another, and this is why stepwise revelation and the clearing away of old remnants, untruths, false beliefs, and twisted perceptions one layer at a time, was or is entirely necessary. For as Einstein once said, you cannot solve a problem from the same level in which it was created. Therefore, a new level or foundation both individually and collectively needed to be established in order to first seed or envision the new and secondly, to bridge the distance from the old to the new. The latter, the bridge, is where the collective now stands as it actively confronts and seeks to integrate both the shadows of yesterday and the light or promise of tomorrow. The resulting wisdom of which, will continue to enliven, inform, and ascend the higher collective mind or web of life and individual or communal experiences woven within it, in the days or months to come. So all that's to say, is it no wonder that things seem to be heating or amping up on the world stage? As the sequencing process continues to play out in full force, shadows will be further revealed and everything that is wrong will continue to be brought to the forefront for confrontation. The collective in this case is being prompted to 1. Bear witness and give testament to said revelations of the shadow. 2. Rally together in shared awareness, light, to neutralize future shadow expressions. And 3. Search for new ways to manifest the wisdom or learnings it is gleaning through such revelations instead of simply reacting to them. As with countless individuals, the collective still needs to commit to a new vision or new way of being, and this will emerge through the further confrontation of the shadow elements on your world, and the unifying or rallying impetus that is then catalyzed within the collective. The warriors of light are asked at this time to continue to hold the line and to wholeheartedly stay in their center or thrones of divine empowerment and continue to engage in their personal rebirthing processes. For many of you are ready, are simply waiting for the collective to finish confronting much of what you've already known, and for them, or at least a large majority of them, to be ready to commit to the new. Many of you have already been exploring and are being given nuggets of divine wisdom concerning many of the 5 to 7D concepts of tomorrow, such as freedom, wholeness, unity, self-sovereignty, harmony, balance, authenticity, co-creation, interdependence, not to mention what it means to be human and how all life can coexist in greater harmony. This wisdom comes to you from your own personal inner clearing, reconciliation, and soul retrieval work. And this is also why the higher collective needs you, the frontrunners, now more than ever during this most vulnerable period of mass confrontation of the shadow. Therefore, any lingering pettiness, competition, and divisiveness between light workers must end. For now is the time of gathering, blending, and uniting diverse light worker energies across or within the collective higher mind or web of life, as through this merging process a new more holistic template, overlay, or expression is formulated or co-created from the ground up that becomes the seed or early standard for 5 to 7D communal living. In plainer terms, you are being prompted to be, together and united, the model of change, from me to we, for an entirely new age of human evolution. Therefore stand tall and united in love, promise, and purpose. You've got this. Until next time. Channeled by April Bender. aprilsairings.blogspot.com